Coach Mitch here. The background investigation, what takes so long? First thing is this. Let's compare. The civilian background investigation, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, not very much in depth. A lot of these companies too, they go through a third party, which is pretty simple to use. They come back with pretty fast results on a person, on an individual, on a candidate, right? Whereas the CBP, now, they go beyond the standard employment screening because why? You are not just there in the job, but you're also there as part of a reputation. They have to guard that reputation at all costs. Therefore, they dig into things like your financial records, criminal history, social media activity, you guys, social media activity, right? Employment gaps and even personal associations. So your employment gaps, it doesn't matter if you were not working for a month and a half. They want to know what was going on in that month and a half, what you were doing, what's happening. Every gap you have for 10 years must be filled in, must be explained. Personal associations, you are who you hang out with, who your friends are. If all your friends are criminals, then it's safe to assume you must be too, understand? That's how they look at it. So you have to understand that right there alone. Do all that background checking is at least 45 days. Number two, financial integrity is a huge major focus. Even small financial issues like late payments, large unexplained debts, right? Our credit collections can raise, and they do raise, red flags. CBP views financial instability as a potential vulnerability to coercion or corruption. And again, civilian easy, right? No big deal, right? But for CBP, they have to make sure their employees are not under any kind of possible coercion or corruption in the future. So you cannot have this crazy looking financial record. Now, if you have collections, if you're showing yourself, showing some progress towards paying it off, that's okay. But having things sit there for months and years where you owe money, but you haven't even addressed the situation, that's going to be a red flag for them, right? If your finances are chaotic, fix before you even apply. That's how you do that. Number three, honesty matters before perfection. Again, the civilian, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't when you compare it, right? Because many applicants are failing because they don't even know what's in their record. But because they don't know what's in the record, they don't know what's there. Now, the other half is this. A lot of you guys do know what's in your records, but then some people try to hide it. You're not going to be able to hide it. The background investigation, it's a powerful vehicle that they use to upturn every stone in your background. Everything you think is hidden is going to be found out. So a single mission or a lie on the EQIP or even during the interview process can be disqualifying. It can hurt you, right? So you got to think about this. They do forgive mistakes, but they cannot forgive dishonesty. You don't want to be caught up in stuff like that. Number four, friends and family can affect the process. Well, again, the civilian side is no big deal. They don't really go deep in that, right? But investigators can contact your references, employers, neighbors, and even family members, even people that don't know you that well. Say you go to a certain store once a week, right? But every time you're in that store, you're a real jerk, you mean to people, whatever, they're going to record that kind of stuff too, right? Because your behavior matters. If they find conflicting information, well, they have to figure it out because otherwise they're going to start to question your character, and you don't want that, right? So they have to make sure that these things are clear. This thing can also derail or also slow down the process for you. And guys, the process can take months, even over a year. And the reason why is because the BI, they're slowed down by the workload, location, depth of the review. Some applicants can clear 3 months. Some takes 12 plus months, right? So don't assume because they're silent, because they're not saying anything to you, it means it's a failure. It's not. They're just in a backlog right now, right? Because you got to understand that patience and preparation are all part of the mission. That's what it's all about. Now, you guys, if you have anything to say down below in the comments, please do so. Also, subscribe. If you want some real one-on-one coaching to help you get you through this process, I can help you because 60% of you are not passing the first time. That's a huge percent. If you do not want to be part of that 60% who fail, get into my coaching program down below, go into my calendar, and you and I can then do what? Continue your mission, okay? You take care. Bye-bye.